Hello, Aries Sun, Leo Rising. My name's Tanya, and I'm going to be doing a year ahead reading for you. Now, this is going to cover the next 12 months, plus, I'll pull a card from the bottom of the deck for more information or additional messages or a theme of the year, whatever it turns out to be. Some things to note with a Leo rising, you may be seen as somebody who is protective. Um, doesn't mind being the center of attention, doesn't mind being in front of a crowd. You may also be seen as somebody who might be a bit vain, especially with Leo rising right there. That means Leo is in your first house, which is the house of self. You may take great pride in your appearance too. And your chart is ruled by the sun. And this also means that your sun is most likely in the ninth house, which is the house of philosophy, higher education, long distance travel. So you may have a passion for those things, or may be drawn to careers in those things, or a hobby, or something to do with those things. With that combination of Aries and Leo rising, you may really dream about a position, maybe as a tenured professional professor, or a career that involves any of those areas: teaching, religion, travel, where you're looked at as an authority, and maybe where you do presentations where you're before people, because people would be very attracted to you. You'd be very influential in that way. Here's the bottom of the deck. I'm going to take a moment to look at the overall spread. So what I notice initially is you have a lot of swords. And swords are an air element. It's about communication, knowledge, education, which would fit maybe with your Aries in the ninth house. But there's this sense maybe of evolving beliefs or a system of thought as you're going through, especially these first 6 months of this next year. So it feels like there's healing that's going on, and endings and healing. All right, let's get into each of the individual cards and months and see what they have. We're starting out here with the Four of Swords as your overall card. This is indicating a time for rest. You need to stop overthinking, or just stop planning. Take a break. This is a card that wants you to rest your mind, rest your thoughts, go on a vacation if you can. It's not the time to start anything new or even finish anything. You just want to take it easy, is the recommendation, or the overall recommendation. Or because it's the overall card, this could be the recommendation for the year, is you need to lay something to rest. It's time. It's time to move on from that. You need to lay it to rest. All right, let's get in and see what the individual months have now. So starting out here in month 1, we have the Seven of Swords. And this is a card about theft, about feeling like you're getting away with something, about feeling guilty about something maybe. I'm getting a little bit of an intellectual theft. So maybe stealing somebody's idea, laying claim to somebody's idea, something that was not yours. I didn't think that's where we were starting, but here we are. Or it could be that you just feel like you should have given someone else more credit when it comes to a project. And you want to rectify that situation where you don't feel like they got the recognition that they deserved. And it's important to you that that be rectified. Yeah, you want to shed light on this situation. So you know about, minimally, if you were not the cause, you at least know about a case or a situation where recognition was not given to the correct person, where an achievement was directed at someone who didn't do the work. Maybe they just presented the work. And that recognition needs to be brought to the people who did the actual work. So there is that sense of you bringing that attention, bringing light onto that situation. So you may be the one who's going to blow the whistle, and you're going to say something. You're going to speak out, because this is where your protective instincts are going to be coming in. If no one else is willing to speak out, you will. It's that fire. And you will stand up for the ones that are being denied their due recognition, their due compensation for a job well done. Okay. Then we have the Six of Wands. Wands are a fire element, bold, vivacious. Six of Wands, victory, success. People praising you, people with you, excited with you about what you've created, about your leadership, about what you have to say. This is congratulations. This is accolades. This is thank you. So this could be the people that you helped here in month 1, celebrating and thanking you for standing up for them in month 2, for the leadership that you've displayed. But there is this sense of gratitude and appreciation. And just say thank you. Accept the applause. Accept the victory. And be proud of what you've done here, because you've helped a lot of people. And they know it, and they're very thankful. It's a victory for all of you, but it's because you spoke up. And then we have the Three of Swords. Now, this is about grieving. This is about pain. This is about heartbreak. There's no way to soften that, really. I can say right now it feels as if your heart is breaking, but it is swords, remember? And swords are about our thoughts and beliefs, about communication. So this could be a relationship that is ended because of gossip, because of rumors. This could be where it's more about hurt pride rather than an actual broken heart. You thought things were working out or going a certain direction, but the other person had never said yes to that, had never agreed to that. So there may have been a misunderstanding on how the two of you were progressing and how things were going to go on. And that's just not happening now. So you could be upset that your idea of what the relationship was did not align with the other person. And you can't fix it. You can't make it work. This isn't something that was meant for you. But you need to experience this. You need to feel it. You need to let yourself grieve. Let yourself process that. Don't hold it down. Don't go into denial about it. You need to process it. You need to accept it so that you can move on to something that is meant for you, to something that suits you better, to a relationship where you're both on the same page and you know it in your bones. You know it. Which is interesting because the next month, month 4, we have the Lovers. This is a major arcana card. So this is a big lesson that you needed to learn to prepare you for the next relationship, to prepare you for a deeper connection, a true connection. And that might be somebody that you meet here in month 4. Because once you accept this, once you're done with the grieving, once you recognize what was actually going on, there's this realization or feeling or acknowledgement that your heart wasn't really involved in the prior relationship. Your heart was involved and invested in the idea of the relationship, but not the actual relationship that you had pinned all those hopes onto. So once you're able to let that go, once you see that, now you're like, okay, well, now I know what I don't want. Now I have a better idea of what to look for. And you just maybe by chance meet that person the next month, the one that is your soul connection, where you're both on that same page, where you just click. It feels right. It feels natural. It just flows right. So there's that potential here in April to meet a romantic partner. Now, if you're already with someone, there could have been something that happened in March that strained the relationship, where you learned that you weren't on the same page in one particular area. So there may have been a major blow up. And this could be the two of you coming back to the base of the relationship, the bare bones of the relationship. If you strip away everything that you've gained or that you've changed since the two of you first met, when you first connected, your commitment to each other, if you go back to that, that's where you can reconnect and reset. But only if, as part of this grieving process, you realize where things fell apart. And do you want to reconnect? This is going to require a lot of thinking, a lot of soul searching, and really tapping in to the mind and the heart, almost separately, in order to help you heal so that you can move on to this next relationship or this next level of your relationship. I feel like it's fresh, though. For the majority of you, this is a fresh connection. And then we're moving on to the Ten of Swords. And this too is related to this Three of Swords. I want to say a little bit to this one too, but mainly this Three of Swords. The Ten of Swords is an ending, a definitive ending. You cannot go back. The damage has been done. It is too great, which is why I think this may be new. And while you meet this person here, you cannot truly connect with them until you let this go. And it may be that until you meet them, I mean, things are complicated, right? Until you meet this person, until you understand how it should be, you can't let go of what you thought it should be before. But after meeting this person that just connects solidly with you and you're on the same page, only then are you able to truly let it go. You let the hurt go. You let your connection, your emotional connection to that person go. This person here. So this is something you cannot go back to. But this person you met here in month 4 is somebody that you can now connect with on a deeper level, especially once you let go of this stuff. Because there's so much potential in this. You see it, you feel it. But you're also mature enough at this point to recognize that you can't carry the past into the present and not have it succeed. So there's a lot of deep soul searching on that, a recognition that you can't keep carrying this forward, that you just ultimately weren't on the same page and didn't want the same things out of life with this person. And it's okay. It is okay. It is okay to let that go. It was not a waste of time. It was not something that's going to hang with you forever. You're healing more quickly from this than you expected. And that's okay too. Let yourself heal. Let yourself release it. Let yourself forgive yourself and the other people so that you can focus on the future, on what's before you. Yeah. So you can move on into something bigger and better. Then we have the Five of Swords. Telling you, these first 6 months, get some highs and lows in here. Fives are about challenges, chaos, and we're still in here with the Five of Swords. So now, what I'm feeling from this is you've let go, you've moved on. You're fine with it. You're like, whatever. Not my problem, not my drama anymore, right? You have moved on and you're connecting deeper with this person, getting to know each other still, learning each other, making sure you're both on the same page. This person from the past isn't going to like that. They aren't going to like that you moved on what they perceive as so easily. This is what I'm feeling from this. So they may be trying to spread rumors. They may be trying to pull you back into the drama. They may be trying to put a wedge between you and this new person. And it's just going to cause some headaches, some aggravation. Some deep breathing is needed. It is a sword still, which is air. So deep breathing will help, could help. Don't let yourself rise to that occasion, okay? Don't let yourself be drawn in by the drama, by the past. Just touch base with this person, because this is the only person that you need to concern yourself with now. Whatever happened here now with that person in the past ain't none of their business no more. And you don't need to inform them of your actions. You don't need to tell them what your next steps are. They don't have any right or need to know what your next steps are or who you're hanging out with. So you may need to do some blocking. You may need to set up some boundaries around maybe some mutual friends, or you just maybe cut ties with some old friends that maybe are still in contact with this other person who isn't happy anymore. But that, again, is not your problem because you're moving on with your life and you have a lot of potential ahead of you here with work and this relationship. So be aware that in month 6, don't let the drama people get in the way of your peace. Now, down here in month 7, we have the Four of Cups. This is a card of, so cups are about our emotions and intuition. This is about kind of like apathy. There is some area of your life where you may be so focused on how you're doing something. That's how it's coming through for you. How you're doing something. So you have a habit or you have a process that you have always followed. And it hasn't occurred to you yet that you don't have to keep following it that way. You can change things up. You can switch up the routine. Now, your Leo rising may resist this because that's a fixed sign and it can be stubborn. But your Aries Sun, which is very adaptable, likes to start things. Leo would like to finish it. Aries has all kinds of ideas on how to do things and innovative ideas too. Allow that. Let yourself change things up, switch the schedule, rearrange things. This could even be rearranging your furniture or a closet or something, maybe, in order to accommodate this person. But let some new things come into your life. Allow them in. Allow your routine to change. Shake things up a bit. If you're starting to feel a little bored and like things aren't changing, then you need to take the initiative to make a change. So if that's where you're feeling in the doldrums a little bit, bored, unsure what to do next, shake things up. Change your routine. And that's going to be a good thing because then we're followed by the sun in month 8. This is vitality. This is joy. This is This is Leo, the sun. And with your Aries sun here, I mean, this is a month where you may be feeling really good. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of activity. You're outside. You're feeling that sun. Maybe you're on a vacation, but you are enjoying life in this month. You're celebrating things. You're out with the people, dancing, singing, just having a good time. So, beautiful month here, month 8 for you, especially after you shake up your routine and allow some new energy into your life. It's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing. And then in month 9, we have the 3 of Cups. This is time spent with friends, with the people that you're closest to. This is going out with them. This is meeting up with them in person, if at all possible. Meeting for coffee, meeting for drinks, meeting for a walk in the park. But getting together with these people who you've known forever, who know you, all of you, no secrets, and you know them that way. You support each other, you cheer each other on, you comfort each other. It's very supportive connections. Make sure you're spending and make time for them, making time for them here in month 9. It could even be a month where you all get together to celebrate your birthdays. Yeah, it's like an annual get together for some of you. So make it special and really go all in on it and enjoy it. And then here in month 10, we're still having a few issues. Things are now going so well that you may have a bit of anxiety, a bit of fear about it all coming tumbling down again. Because you had a rough start here at the beginning of the year, and now things are flowing. But you have some doubts, some anxiety creeping in. What if this happens? What if that happens? But that's all it is fear. Fear of slipping into those old habits, those old ways. But you've shifted up your routine. You willingly shifted your routine and made some important connections. And life is going good. This is all just your perception, your fears. It is not real. These are some things where you just need to breathe through it and keep moving forward. Don't let fear stop you, essentially. Keep moving forward into your future. Keep holding on to these connections. Shift up your routine again if you need to move past this. But this is a month where you may be besieged by doubts and by fears of things. But you can see she's looking in the mirror. This is what she's feeling inside, but that is not her reality. And it is not your reality either. Take some deep breaths. Seek help if you need to. But know that you can overcome this and you can push through it. And then we come up to another major arcana card in month 11. This is the Star. This is a month of self-care, taking time out to take yourself to a spa or just treat yourself to a hot bath, maybe do your nails, a special dinner, maybe a candlelight dinner, even if it's just for you. The key point here this month is to take care of your mind, your body, your soul. Make sure you're connected to your purpose and grounded so that you're on solid ground. It can be a way to let yourself overcome this, is to sort of take a time out from what's going on just to process and give yourself space and care and soothe yourself, re-energize. It almost looks like she's plugging herself in. Yes, reclaiming some of your light, connecting with that sun some more. Nice. And then we have the Knight of Wands for month 12. It's a fire card. They're getting out there. They're going on adventures. They're moving forward in spite of any fear, confident that they'll figure it out as they go along. That's you. No, I mean, this could be somebody else who's bringing you a message or that you're hanging out with that has that adventurous spirit. But I feel like this is you. This is very much an Aries Leo card. The Knight of Wands, fire element. Bold, adventurous, vivacious, pushing forward, even if they don't have a whole plan in place. Like they said, they'll confident it will. They are confident they will figure it out, and everything will work out just the way it's supposed to. Because all you got to do is try. You don't know unless you try. All right, that's what I have for you, Aries Sun, Leo Rising. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. And I will talk to you later.